President of the Providence firefighters.
Great. I want to start off actually with the small success kind of this week with Mayor Stiers coming out in support really of what you guys are here for.
Yeah, and I think it really goes to how important this is. And for Brown and the corporation to take this lightly is to misunderstand what's at stake here, and that's the life of the city.
Definitely. Now, do you feel as though you've gotten kind of a rebirth almost since the mayor came out in support?
I do, and in combination with Representative Cannavale's legislation that he proposed yesterday, I think part of what's going on is the corporation's not understanding how dire this is, and I think it was someone's job, and we stood up to let them know that this is going to affect real people in the city, and it's not, they just fly in, have their meeting and leave, but there's people that they leave in their wake, and these decisions are going to affect us. And the most important thing, if I could speak to the board, is say, at least tell us yes or no whether you're going to come to the table or not, because if it's a no, the city can move on and pursue other alternatives. And if it's a yes, then we need to sit down right away and hammer out a detail. But it does no one any good. In fact, it's a disservice just to play us and to drag us along as the budget year gets harder and harder to resolve.
Now, if they did say no, I mean, would all of this stop, or would you continue the effort to try to get them? No,
I think we would try some different tactics. We'll find a soft spot, and at the end of the day, this doesn't help anyone. This is a waste of our time. We wish they would look at the numbers and come to the table and deliberate. Tell us yes or no. Give us a counteroffer. But to misunderstand this is to run the risk of, on their part, a 25% tax increase or the death of a city.
Now, speaking of Brown earlier, I haven't gotten the official press release yet, but they are supposed to be sending it to us now. But they were saying that they're going to be meeting tomorrow, Saturday, should have a decision by Saturday. Does that make you feel any better?
Yes, I think that's the most important thing, is if we put a little bit of pressure on to at least make that decision, then the city can go forward with whatever their offer is, and the General Assembly can go forward with whatever they need to do. But that's a key part, because negotiation is the most important part of this process, and without that one piece, you never get anywhere. So that's the important piece for them. Get them to the table, make a decision, and then the other parties involved can take their lead from that decision.
Now, will you guys still be here for the next 2 days putting on the pressure, or?
No, I think we've raised the awareness. We've asked the question, and now it's up to them, without the pressure or without the light of the media, to make the decision. But I think we needed to put an exclamation point that this is important and something has to be done. They have to make a decision.
I have to ask, I heard that they're not in here tonight.
We were told that they were coming and that they moved their location once they learned that we would be demonstrating, which is fine. It wasn't about a confrontation or trying to block the entrance. It was about raising the awareness. And this building really stands as an example of Brown's power, because this building, under the current law, is not required to be taxed. They voluntarily pay a tax on it, but if you follow that out and they're allowed to continue buying more and more property, at their whim they could take it off the tax roll. So that's why we support a formula based on 25% or somewhere near there, as Representative Cannavale's suggested, that makes it so that if they buy property, there's some money given back to the city. Because if you follow this to its illogical conclusion, they could own the entire city and not pay a dime of taxes.
All right, great, thank you.